Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. How are we doing? How are we doing? Hope you guys didn't mind the break last week. Buick, how we doing, man? Not too bad.
Not too bad? Nice Thursday. We got a long weekend coming up.
Okay. It was good. Actually, I just want to cut straight to the point. It's September 1st. Are you feeling spooky at all?
I'm the most spooky I've ever been in my life.
You're lying to me.
I carved a pumpkin this morning.
Wait. They can't hear you. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Hello?
I hate everything. We're going to start that over. You know what? We're going to start that over.
Hello!
Hello, everyone. Welcome into Two Scoops. Man.
This is how we start it. This is how we start it every time, dude.
This is how we do it. Also, let me know Blaine's volume. I'm going to use this for Spotify. So
Test.
Okay. Bewick, how's it going, man? How are you doing?
Good, man. How are you doing? First time talking to you today.
It is the first time. It's the very first time.
Yeah.
Hey, Bewick, new question. It's September
Okay.
1st. You feeling spooky yet, or what?
I did. I woke up this morning. I smelt fresh corn out in the breeze. I carved a pumpkin right away before I even, got my morning pumpkin spice.
You smelt corn in the breeze.
Yeah.
Okay.
Corn is in the fall, dude.
Okay. You live near a cornfield, or?
Yeah, of course. Do you not? When
don't.
it becomes September, there's corn everywhere.
Just
That's how it
corn
works.
grows everywhere. Okay. Don't
What
lie
about
to
you?
me.
You feeling extra spooky now?
I've been
all of a
feeling
sudden?
spooky since November.
Of last year.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. All right.
Actually, you know what?
All right.
I kind of have like a Halloween overload, and like for like 3 months I'm over it, but then it ramps up again.
So you're over it now, then?
Hell no. How dare you?
You've been doing it since last November.
Listen,
You got to be over it.
As long as there's monster cereals at Target, I ain't over it.
Oh, all right. What's the best?
What's the best?
What's the best one? No,
Oh!
what's the best one? What's the best one, dude? Count Chocula.
Count Chocula's decent. I kind of like me some Boo Berry. I'm not gonna lie.
That's what I was gonna say.
Okay.
That's fun. That's a good spicy debate. We like the same stupid
Yeah.
cereal.
Everyone, what's the best monster cereal? Tell me right now.
It's the berries, dude. Easy.
Honestly, like I had Count Chocula like last year or the year before, and it doesn't hold a candle to Cocoa Puffs. The chocolate's not there.
Cocoa Puffs?
Cocoa Puffs, man. Like, or any chocolate cereal.
I'm not a big chocolate guy.
Not for breakfast.
I like that fruity stuff.
Yeah. Same.
And crunch berries.
Okay. If you couldn't tell, we didn't have a poll question, so so we're talking about freaking Frankenberry. Oh, Frankenberry, Spooky Captain Crunch. That's a good one. Halloween Crunch, if you will. Anyway, Bewick, we finally got to see the duo Sabotage Island. We were teasing it, and
we did.
How do you think it went? I mean, isn't it weird, like building a whole island and then kind of letting the lab rats run everywhere? And
Yeah, it was like I had no care about the actual match until we got there. And you built your maze and all that stuff, so all I could think was I hope everything's in the right spot. I hope all the wood is in the right place and the things they need to get. So those stressors were there. And then to get in there and see them do it pretty much completely not the right way, it was beautiful. That was fantastic. None of them, they didn't know what the heck they were doing for some reason.
yeah.
And we ran through it multiple times. We ran through it so many times.
No, yeah. We tested the hell out of it. And
then they come up with a brand new way to not do it. So that was beautiful.
yeah. And we're not going to say too much because there's still one more round that's on the map.
Yeah.
But they did not do what we thought they were going to do. And
not even a little bit.
there was definitely some like cracks because they could have broke That's like the one thing you don't want to happen. Like if you set up a maze or whatever, it can break.
Right.
So.
Oh yeah.
You know, if they made the wrong tool, they couldn't finish the map, which we were concerned about. We were like freaking out over a voice call or whatever. But dude, they arrived there at the same time. They finished at the same time, pretty much.
That was something we didn't like. No one has ever, since we've been doing this and the maze and everything, no one's ever arrived at the same exact time. Mm-hmm. So then we had Wilbo and Cleo got there just a little bit before, but then they didn't get anywhere, right? So then EJ and Timmy versus Tommy then arrived at the same time. Yep. So they kind of, everybody was there at the same, like right at the same time, starting at the same time. So that was definitely not something that we expected to happen.
The one thing that I did really, really like, and I think a lot of people did too, is and not even talking about the maze part. Well, kind of the maze. I just like the constant communication that they had with each other. It was really cool to see.
Yeah.
You know, even planning out sabotages and, you know, just like making team decisions. That was exactly what we wanted. So that happened.
Right. Yeah. I feel like there was still, they like sidetracked and started talking about random stuff, but I feel like there was a lot more still to talk about within the maze and stuff like that they didn't talk about. So
yeah,
we'll see how the next round goes. We got Kay and Toffee. Toffee was practicing today. Some scavenger hunt stuff, some maze stuff. And then we got Kato and Artsy teaming up. Who do you got in that one?
I mean, I only have one.
I know you only got one person in there because your team's, you know.
Watch it.
Taking some else.
Watch it, man. No, I mean, I don't know. I feel like, you know, Kato's coming back, has something to prove. Artsy was killed the first round. Let's just, you know, call it how it is. And Toffee did really, really well too. I think it's like 50-50. It could go either way, I think.
Kato wants the revenge match against Artsy so bad. Mm-hmm. That's what's going to drive Kato to win.
Yeah.
So Team Coffee's got to bring it. Toffee and Kay are going to have to bring it. I'm interested to see. I'm going to be half asleep, probably. So I'm counting on your extra 3 hours to, you know, get it set up. But
there's going to be 7 a.m. where Buick is.
I know, on the weekend. I get up early for work. I work at 6:30, so I'll be used to it. But it's still the weekend, you know. Fridays, I'll stay up a little bit later.
It should be good. I'm looking forward to it. And then after that, we have the semifinals, which will be back on my island, which that is a whole other mess. So you guys will see that. But yeah, you know what? Sabotage League, we kind of swung for the fences. We have still a lot of work ahead of us, but it's taking a long time. That's what I'm noticing. Like, I feel like we started it 2 years ago. It's like,
when did we even start this? When did this start?
The end of July.
The end of July was the first round?
But like the very end of July. Like the very end. I think it was like the 29th or something.
Okay. Well, the duos rounds kind of take a little bit longer too because we got to get so many people lined up schedule wise. So there's been like a week gap in between the last match and this one. So that makes sense.
But I'm definitely excited. That is 10 a.m. Eastern Saturday, and should be good. I think it's very, very, very close. Next up, we have a rumor. And this is kind of making its rounds. Actually, we're reporting on 2 rumors in a row right now. But the first rumor being a Nintendo Direct for mid-September. September 12th, September 13th are the dates that I'm hearing. And actually, that is a Monday or a Tuesday. And the big rumors in this Direct, and I don't know how the chat feels about this, but a Wind Waker and Twilight Princess remake are the big rumored games. So what do you think? Nintendo Direct? Dude, we didn't get one in the summer, so
I have been asking for Wind Waker for forever. I would be over the moon to get Wind Waker remake, remaster, whatever. Give me that for sure. Mm-hmm. Twilight Princess, I love Twilight Princess. You're not a big fan of Twilight Princess, huh?
No.
Yeah, I loved it. See, I love both of those. So if we got both of those, I'd be stoked. I think what they're going to do is I think they're going to bring out these old Zelda games to kind of tide everybody over for the Breath of the Wild 2 gap.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they had to delay it and stuff.
Yeah.
Kay brings up a really good point in the chat saying, how is it a rumor if there's been a Direct in September like every year? I agree. This is
Well, the rumor is what the games are gonna be, right?
the rumor is what the game's gonna be, but you know, there's always people trying to predict the dates as well.
Oh yeah, should probably make like a 30-minute video about
Yeah.
if there's if there's gonna be one or not.
Yeah, because no, here's the thing: if you're a leaker or I should have used quote, or no, we'll use quotes in the next rumor. But you know, if you're a Nintendo insider, and if you get the dates right, you're God. Everyone believes everything you say. So,
Oh, is that how it works?
yeah, that's how it works.
They said that this was the date, so they know they have inside information.
Yep. Oh, Pat Secret Ninja predicted September 12th.
Pat from NintenTalk. Oh, he
Yeah.
must know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Well, you guys should hear our calls. And
You know what?
Might not think that.
This is clippable content. Why don't you like go ahead and do a little like September 12th, and then I'll do September 13th, and then we'll become leakers. So you want to start?
You know what we should do is just do it for every day of the month. Just record one clip for every day.
And then like
And
whenever
have different people drop them. Yeah.
Ooh. Okay. All right. Here we go. I'll start with mine.
Okay. Action.
So I'm hearing from close sources that September 13th, 9 a.m. Pacific.
Wow.
Will be the Nintendo Direct, and
Wow.
you will get lots of Nintendo games and surprises, and it will be
Wow.
in a live stream form.
Wow. Okay.
So that's the 13th.
That's big things. So we're getting new Nintendo stuff.
Yep.
We are getting surprises.
So plenty of surprises.
And it's also going to be a live stream. It's not going to be pre-recorded.
It's going to be a live stream, and it is going to be called Nintendo Direct presentation.
Whoa, presentation even.
And these are, listen, I don't want to give away my sources, but this is happening. So, yeah, it's going to be good.
All right, clip it, ship it.
All right, clip it. All right, here's a quick one. September 12th is what I'm hearing, and should be good. We'll do a little editing magic for that.
There you go. There you go.
You know what? No, honestly, mid-September, I think it's time. You know, we need some new Nintendo games to go crazy for. So
It has been a while. We're
yeah.
definitely due for some new stuff for sure.
do you,
We got our last thing was what? Splatoon?
last thing was
Splatoon, Harvestella.
Harvestella, which you're out on. You're out. You're done.
Dude, Harvestella looked so good. And then I saw that and I was like, what platform is this on? It looks like worse than Game Boy Advance or something. But people that like that stuff, and I still saw a lot of people stoked about it, and I was very out on it.
I still have hope. However, Rune Factory 4, Rune Factory 5. What's the new one that came out? Rune Factory 5. That also ran like a dumpster. So I'm kind of like, me and bad games have a toxic relationship. So.
All right, that's fair.
I might try it out. Okay, 5. All right. So that's the first big rumor. And honestly, I mean, if I had to put a percentage, like, you know, like a lot of people are saying, you know, September Directs are pretty common. I feel like this is, I'd believe this. I don't believe the dates or anything, but, you know, September Directs. We didn't have a summer
September.
one. Yeah. Okay.
We're definitely due for a direct. There'll be something in September.
Yeah. Now, hot off the press, everyone. This is the next rumor. So, a bunch of, as reported by Go Nintendo, by the way, and Go Nintendo I do like quite a bit. So, a bunch of Nintendo insiders are reporting Nintendo is working on, let me know how amped you are in the chat, GameCube remasters for Switch, including, and these are the games that are rumored, F-Zero GX, Metroid Prime, Twilight Princess and Wind Waker, Pikmin 1 and Pikmin 2. GameCube remasters are being reported. Bewick, does this do anything for you?
Well, Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, like we said, 100% does something for me. But the other ones, take or leave them. I'm not the biggest Metroid fan. F-Zero. Pikmin was cool. That's like a nice nostalgia thing, but I don't know how much I'll get into that again. But I have a lot of other GameCube games I'd love to see come back, like Thousand Year Door would be awesome. Paper Mario. That I would love to come back. GameCube used to have this Matrix game that there's no way they'll ever bring back.
Oh my god, I remember that.
I would love for that to come back.
I remember
that was awesome.
Give me Simpsons Road Rage. Come on.
Yes.
That'd be cool.
Let's get all those. OG Luigi's Mansion. Mm-hmm. That'd be sweet to bring back.
This gets me excited. The GameCube is probably, I would have to do some thinking, but probably my favorite Nintendo console. All these games are excellent, by the way. Don't really care for Twilight Princess, but F-Zero is amazing. Metroid's amazing. Wind Waker, we just, touched on Wind Waker. Pikmin 1 and 2, that's kind of the head scratcher for me because I think everyone that is a Pikmin fan just wants the fourth one.
Yeah. Pikmin
1 and 2, by the way, have been re-released on the Wii. So, you're going to bring them over again, and then, So, I don't know. They've lost its luster a little bit for me, because I think Pikmin, one of them, was even on the Wii U eShop. So, I feel like we've got it already. So, instead of these, why don't you just, add them to Nintendo Switch Online, create another tier if you have to. Probably, I wouldn't like that, but make new games. Make a new F-Zero. Obviously Metroid Prime 4 is coming out. Metroid Prime Remaster could make sense. Get people hyped, introduce them to the series, whatever. Pikmin 1 and 2, I love Pikmin, but this does nothing for me. Wind Waker, that would be a pretty easy port because there's already an HD version on Wii U. So I think out of these games, Metroid Prime probably makes the most sense, but give me Pikmin 4 and give me a new F-Zero.
Yeah. And Kato had a good question in chat is how long are we going to play old games and how many times are we going to pay $60 for the same game? And that's kind of what you're saying is we need new stuff. They keep, we've talked about this before, but remasters and remakes are it seems like that's all they do. And then there's one big game that comes out however long, in between all those. They keep feeding us all these old remakes and here's Wave Race and here's all this stuff to add to the expansion pack. And those are fun and cool, but we've done those. We've played these games. So I don't know why not make new stuff just because it sells still for nostalgic purposes.
Yeah. Well, here I do agree with that. We are in the day and age where remasters, remakes, freaking ports, that's what we got.
Last of Us. We've gotten so many different remakes and remasters. They remake and remaster the same game multiple times too.
And with Nintendo, they arguably have the best catalog of games. They've been doing this a long time. You don't look at Xbox releasing their older games. They're just not that. There's not a lot of history there, I feel. But
if they wanted to bring back Halo 2 and stuff remastered, I'd be all about it.
They did a Master Chief collection.
They did that, yeah, but
they're kind of out of things, but new games, man. I do eventually think we're not there yet for some reason, but I do think GameCube will be added to the future Nintendo Switch Online. I don't know when that would be, but I don't know if you guys have looked recently, but you can't buy a GameCube game for a Nintendo GameCube game for under $100, under $80 on eBay. They're just so out of reach that this would be a total fan service thing. Now, all these games that we're talking about are going to be 60. There's no way any of these games.
That's ridiculous to me, though.
Yeah,
they weren't 60 when they were released back then. Now they're gonna be 60 for a digital only remaster.
Yeah, they're all gonna be 60. There was a rumor that Twilight Princess and Wind Waker were gonna come in a combo pack. That would be kind of cool. It'd be 30 each. So
that would be nice.
That would be okay, But Nicole says, "What's the IP time limit for games? Disney is making live action movies to protect their IP. Is this a thing for games?" I don't think there is a time limit. I don't think it works the same.
That's a good question, actually. I'm not sure on that either.
I don't think it works the same. Well, if that is the case, Nintendo's released these thousands of times. So, Super Mario Bros., it just keeps resetting if that's the case.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I would I'm just kind of curious whether or not this rumor is just more of what we talked about before, because Twilight Princess, Wind Waker are heavily rumored. Are they just adding to this rumor?
They could be. Maybe people are just trying to you know, justify why Breath of the Wild's getting pushed out so much and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
their plans with that kind of thing. Because every single, you can't even go into the Splatoon 3 direct without people asking where Breath of the Wild 2
Yeah.
is, you know, in the chat and stuff, which is probably memes at this point, but you know, people are still like, that is what everybody's looking for. That is the biggest,
Yeah.
like the big ticket item right now is Breath of the Wild 2.
Which, you know, they were very transparent on, you know, which
Right.
I like. Actually, you know, when you look at Nintendo, they've been kind of straight shooters. They were kind of straight with us about Animal Crossing. They were pretty straight about
like we're
Metroid.
done with it.
Yeah. So
how come people keep saying that there's gonna be updates coming?
I don't know. I don't know.
I'll never get off that. That drives
don't
me
know.
crazy.
Okay. Next up, I kind of wanted to talk about Splatoon 3, and I wanted to kind of gauge the audience as well. Splatoon 3 had the Splatfest. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to play any of it. I was doing some recording.
Right.
Splatoon has been pretty popular. Splatoon 1 was very, very cool. I think it sold like 5 to 7 million, which you gotta understand was on a console that sold 13 million in total. And then Splatoon 2 did very, very well on the Switch. Splatoon 3, you think this game is gonna catch on even more? Do you think, you know, it's gonna be bigger?
It's hard to say. Here's what I will say is I did watch the little like they had like a play test thing they were doing, a little presentation they were doing where I watched in Discord, and a lot of people were not really pumped on it at first.
Wow.
Then once the Splatfest came out and people were playing it and went through the Splatfest and everything like that, a lot of people came back and said how fun exactly it was.
Okay.
Treehouse Live, yeah. They came back and said how much fun they had with it. So I think a lot of people are going to enjoy it. I personally, I didn't get to play a lot because I was editing videos that day, but I had a blast with that game.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all pretty much new to me because I didn't get to play a lot of the original Splatoon, and I only played a very little amount of Splatoon 2. But I think it's going to be a ton of fun. I'm stoked to try it out. I don't know how big it will get community-wise. I feel like we kind of have like a weird sample size, you know, because we're going from people that, you know, are from like Animal Crossing and games like that into a more competitive like FPS kind of game, and it's like it's not really FPS, it's third person,
yeah, but like still competitive shooter.
Yeah.
And you kind of hit it when you said like when people tried it out, their views changed. Like I feel like, you know, I don't even know, just like the Splatfest that people got to try. Splatoon is very hard to like sum up, you know, because it's not just the shooter. Like, you know, it's kind of, there's a lot of strategy, you know, there's a ton of personality. Splatoon has the most personality of any Nintendo game, but by far. I mean, like you're looking at the setting, the characters, the style. You know, I think the only thing that comes close is probably I was gonna say Animal Crossing, but New Horizons is kind of stale in terms of, you know, the dialogue and stuff. But it's such a cool game. Every time I play it, it's just like so cool. I'll be getting it day one. I think Splatoon is amazing. I bought every single game, you know, so far, and I think I kind of want to like take back what I said before, because when we first talked about Splatoon, I was very lukewarm on it. I kind of said like, hey, what did they really add? But like the more that I see footage and the more that I see like the weapons and the characters and like the little things that they added, this is a sequel to me. It's a shooter sequel. Like look back at Call of Duty games. They didn't add a crazy amount, but they felt, it felt new. It feels new, you know?
Right. Yeah, a lot of people were saying that it could have been a DLC and stuff like that, but I wonder how many people have actually played it a lot that say that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, this could have just been DLC. And it's like, okay, so they give us a whole new game and you're not happy that it's a whole new game. It could have just been DLC. Like, which one is it to me, you know? And I was watching Cora play a lot. Obviously, Cora is huge into Splatoon. And she was telling everybody, like, you don't even have to be the biggest, like, shooter player. You don't have to be the
No.
best as far as shooting goes. Like, you have a role to play in that game as well. Just, filling out the map, as much as you can.
Yeah.
So I think it's still beginner friendly. It's just, you're not going to be great at first, but you'll pick it up and learn it kind of as you go, kind of thing.
And it's skill based. Like, it is, pick up and play, but you are rewarded for playing more. Like, I was significantly better after playing a few hundred hours, just like any other game, I feel.
Yeah.
LXR, we are going to get to that. I didn't want to gloss over that. But yeah, little update though. We were talking pretty highly of the Splatoon Switch. Bewick, I didn't get it.
I haven't gotten it either.
You gonna get it? I feel like it's still available.
I do want it. I want it so bad.
Yeah.
I want it so bad. But it is another Switch. It's another OLED Switch, so it's more money and all that stuff. But I'd love to get it at some point. And look what they did with the Animal Crossing one though, right? It was like supposed to be limited edition, all this stuff.
It's everywhere.
And then it's literally in every single store. You can't walk into Target or anywhere else without seeing it. So
yeah.
Hopefully it turns into that, and somewhere down the line I can still snag one. But
I'm wondering if it is going to be a little bit harder to get just because it is an OLED. Like, I feel like people look at the Animal Crossing one, and you're not going to pick that over even a plain OLED unless you're an Animal Crossing fan. So
right. That's true.
The fact that this is an OLED, I think it may be a little bit more scarce, but I don't know, man. I was thinking about getting it. I actually went to Target and there was 4 of them there. I was very surprised.
Really?
Yeah, and I thought I was never going to see it. But I don't know if I share this with anyone else, but like, I just feel like Nintendo late next year is going to reveal something new. And then I'm going to have a Splatoon Switch that I was like, wait, why did I get this?
Yeah.
I just feel like the next thing is closer than we think. So
it is pretty late in the game to be getting an OLED, I guess, or getting a new console at all. But
yeah,
I don't know. But a lot of it is for like people that collect them and stuff. I still have a Mario Switch I haven't really touched.
I think it's nice.
That red one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't regret having that, but I probably wouldn't regret having the Splatoon one either. It's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. There aren't that many, especially OLEDs.
Yeah.
That's the first OLED, isn't it?
I think it's the first OLED special edition.
Yeah.
Am I wrong on that? I could be wrong on that. I don't know.
We could be wrong.
But it looks cool. That to me looks like a special edition. Like,
right.
I feel like even the Animal Crossing one was a little weak. The Joy-Con weren't even really anything. The little engravings in the back are fine, but like that was a little weak for me. And then the Mario one I really like. That was cool.
It's funny that you like the Mario one because it's literally just red.
But it's so
There's
iconic.
nothing special about it. It's just red.
The dock is blue, right? Or no? Something's blue on it.
No, the dock's red.
What's blue on it?
That comes with a little case that's blue. And
okay, I hate the Mario one. I hate the Mario.
I've never liked it.
I've never liked it. I think I like it so much because it reminds me of the red Wii. Do you remember the special edition?
Okay. Yeah. I wish they came with the game though. I feel like you sell these special consoles and they don't even come with the game half the time. Most of the time.
That's really weird. I think it should at least come with a digital game.
Yeah, I agree.
Or like, I remember back in the day when they did the special edition Wii's, like the Mario one came with, it didn't come with a game case of Super Mario Bros. Wii, but it came in like a little cardboard little thing. I don't know. It was just something. So yeah, that's kind of weird. Okay, so I think we're now getting into the meat of this episode. Well, actually, you know what? Before we get into that, we have to talk about something else. And that is the weird concert announcement that we got to talk about. Let me bring this up.
Oh, yeah. Good old KK.
Let me bring this up. Okay, let me know. Oh, I didn't even. Let me know if that looks good.
I mean, yeah, sure. Looks good.
Wait, really?
It looks fine to me.
Okay. Okay, this is from Animal Crossing World reported on this. And DJ KK is hosting a live concert in Japan.
Did you get your tickets this morning?
I did not.
Weird.
I did not. This is very oh my god, this is very interesting. So basically, there is, what is it called again? Um, mm, 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 mm. What is it called?
The event?
Yeah.
I can't remember what the
Oh,
event is
Nintendo
called.
Live.
Right.
Nintendo
Okay.
Live. Here's the poster for it. DJ KK Paradise Mix. This is kind of interesting, and also I want to scroll to the bottom because the Splatoon
Captain
characters,
Crunch, dude.
the deep cut, the trio, are also playing at Nintendo Live.
Right. I don't get what this is at all.
This is a digital concert, Buick.
Was
Get
it
with the
Fortnite?
times. Get with the times.
Dude, but why is KK there? What are we doing? We have gotten no Animal Crossing anything. Is KK the only like other music character, like the only music character they have that could do a concert for Nintendo? Is that kind of what it is?
Yes. Like, I mean, I don't know who else you would get. But yeah, I mean, this is interesting. This, if you guys want to watch it, by the way, Sunday, October 9th at 5 a.m. Eastern, you can watch it.
5 a.m. Eastern?
You can watch it.
That's
It's a super convenient. You're not even in bed yet.
2 a.m.? You're probably right.
You're not even in bed yet. Yeah, they'll be hosting an official live stream of the Animal Crossing DJ KK and Splatoon 3 Deep Cut concert performance on YouTube for viewers to watch. This seems wacky.
I mean, it's cool. It's cool, but I don't... What's the point? Are they announcing something at this, do you think? Let's see your DJ KK predictions, Patty.
They are announcing nothing at this. And actually,
They're announcing Animal Crossing Newer Horizons, where we are on the moon, sculpting planets.
Well, I will say this. Not to get the rumor mill started,
Oh,
but...
jeez. Okay.
In 2019, KK Slider performed as a taste of what to expect for the year, which, 2020 happened. So, is this more Animal Crossing? Are we going to get another pandemic? Like KK is bad luck or good luck. We don't know yet. We don't know yet. That was in 2019. So, now we have KK performing.
What is wrong with you?
Listen, I'm only going by, what I can see here.
This will be our last episode.
I mean, the whole digital performance to me, I don't really get it.
Look, if you're gonna do it, announce something cool. I'm down. That's cool. Do a whole concert. I don't know how you're gonna keep everybody entertained that whole time and keep them interested in watching that until the very end to announce something, but
No.
announce something and then have DJ KK come out to celebrate. That's what they should do. I'd be down for that.
Yeah, I don't know. Did you watch the VMAs at all?
No.
Eminem and Snoop Dogg did a virtual concert with their NFT Bored Ape avatars.
You just did this so that you wanted me to rip on Eminem on the thing, huh?
Listen, I'm just saying, I don't know what I think I am getting too old. And I'm only 30, but imagine what another 30 years is gonna be. And everyone was super hyped about it. I know a lot of people
That's
like
dumb.
Eminem and Snoop Dogg, but aren't you hyped for actual humans performing?
I don't know why they wouldn't want an actual concert. I don't think people like that kind of stuff. I think celebrities are really pushing the NFT thing, and
I don't know, man.
normal people don't like it.
The crypto bros loved it. The
Crypto bros are not normal people.
Well, there go my freaking 4 Bitcoin fans. Damn it. Sonny, thank you so much, by the way. But anyway, we just had to report on that. I really don't have anything to say on it. I think it's kind of cute. It's happening in Japan, which makes sense, and it's at 5 a.m. Eastern. I will not watch it. I'll try to look for the replay. I know Buick's gonna stay up till 2, so
I will be up at 2, for sure.
yeah. Okay, now to the meat of this episode, and I think a lot of you are going to be interested in this, and we're going to pull comments, thoughts from the chat, and we're also going to be doing a Q&A after this, and probably during this as well, because there's a lot to talk about here, and I don't really know where to start, but I'll just introduce what we're going to start with.
Nika said, "What's a VMA?"
Someone said, "What's a VMA?"
Yeah.
All right. So,
That's how
Video
old you are,
Music
Pat.
Awards.
Video Music Awards. They don't do those anymore, do you?
You like stumbled over that like you just learned it too. Yeah, Video Music Awards.
I was clicking stuff.
You don't have to watch it anymore. That's the good part because now there's NFT concerts. Anyway,
Yeah.
modding in Animal Crossing is a huge topic, and actually we were gonna talk about this last episode, but we just didn't. We couldn't do a show last week, unfortunately. But modding is taking over Animal Crossing and has taken over Animal Crossing again. This isn't like brand new. I made a video earlier today if you want my like direct thoughts on like what it means for me and my channel. But what are your like initial thoughts of modding in Animal Crossing? Listen, we've had item duplication before. We've had star trees before. Modding has always been Treasure Island is a form of modding even.
Right.
What are your initial thoughts of like the resurgence, I guess you would say, of this?
It's sure blown up my Twitter feed, that's for sure. Other than that, I really don't I don't mind people doing it. Mm-hmm. Whether I'm gonna do it or not, it's one thing, right? But I mean, the stuff that's coming out is really cool. We're seeing all kinds of really cool stuff come out of it. There's all kinds of items that we had only like dreamed of or hoped of to have as actual items, like even things we've already seen that just aren't actual items in the game, right? Like the campers you can have in there, or little art like the arches that are at HHP, you can have those in there. You can have different docks, you can customize the dock, the bridges, potted plants, all that kind of stuff, right? It's pretty much like limitless from what I've seen.
Move, resident service, you can like change dialogue,
right?
You can change names, you could change your island
run
name.
fast,
Yeah.
you can do all kinds of crazy stuff. That stuff's all super cool to me. But yeah, I don't have, as far as like people doing it, I don't really care one way or the other. I think if people want to enjoy the game that way, enjoy the game that way. You know?
Do you think... So I think modding in Animal Crossing, similar to like Minecraft or Sims or, you know, a lot of games that modding is just a normal... I think it's going to be something that's around for a while, right? But I don't know, like, you look at how mainstream it is. Everyone's posting about it. Everyone's sort of retweeting it and talking about, like, I mean, all I see is, like, I'm looking, you know, I'm going to get a moddable Switch, or, like, how do I mod a Switch? And, like, people are dropping links and stuff. How, like, mainstream is this going to be? Stardew Valley is what I meant to say. Mika, thank you. How mainstream do you think this will continue to be, or is this another blip on the Animal Crossing trend list?
I think it'll go on. It's hard to say how long it'll go. It's hard to say because people are just, like, it's been around forever, right? And people are just now starting to, I don't know, I guess people, like, got bored with everything else, so now they want to start modding everything and stuff like that, so I don't know. I feel like it's hard to say exactly how long it'll go. It's definitely, like, in a big boom right now.
Yeah. And, like, I mean, I think I could speak for both of us. We both, you know, are impressed by it. We like it. I think it then turns into, like, the viewer experience of it, because a lot of people are making content with it now, whether it be streams, whether it be videos. And I mean, you can't deny that seeing like a Harv's Island Harv's Island like camper on someone's island like isn't cool. Like, that's freaking
right.
I mean, that's awesome. I'm seeing like greenhouses and, you know, texture swaps and like custom villagers even. Like, we all can't deny that that's super cool, but like in terms of content, my thing about it, well, besides the major thing that we'll get into, but like, is it enjoyable for viewers to like watch, or like, is it enjoyable for some?
I'm sure
for like to watch.
I'm sure like everything else,
it
it has its audience, right? Like
Yeah.
everything else that has its audience. I can't golf. Like I'm not very good at golf. I like watching videos where dudes are really good at golf. You know, it's like I like stuff like that. There's people that will watch regardless. There's people that don't play Animal Crossing that probably watch Animal Crossing, right? So,
But in terms of like Animal Crossing, it was always been like very easy to learn. Like a lot of my initial success was like, hey guys, you know, here's some design ideas. Here's some patterns that everyone can use. Here's some like item placements that look really good together, or like villagers that would work in this theme. But when you're throwing mods everywhere, there's definitely like another barrier where I feel like you're not connecting. The only way that you're connecting to your audience is that it's Animal Crossing, right? And it's, you know, core. But like,
right.
For me, I feel like if I was to make content with it, I would lose some of that connection, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And I think you're right. And like a lot of people, like throughout the years at this point, a lot of people have joined in on my streams and your streams, everybody's streams, and a lot of people just turn on a stream and will play along with us. And a lot of people like to see, you know, what we do, what other people are doing and stuff like that, so that they can try to, you know, emulate those things on their islands and things like that. So I'm sure it is getting a little bit discouraging for some people to see these things and not be able to do them themselves. But I don't know. Do you think that's going to be a big deterrent for people to actually put out content that's modded?
No, I think that's like a me thing personally, but like,
right.
There's like a level of disconnect there, and another level of disconnect is if I modded my Switch, right, and I had a bunch of different Animal Crossing items, and you know, I like made mods myself. If you came over, you wouldn't see any of that. You would see like, so a very popular item that people are changing are shoes. People are just like changing the model of shoes to be something else. So like, if you came to my island, all that hard work that I had, you wouldn't see it. It would just be a bunch of shoes everywhere. So
right.
There's also that. And I love sharing my island. I love people coming over, and like, this is just one reason that I'm not personally doing it, but like, I don't really hear that being talked about. The level of like connection and like multiplayer aspects of like people coming over to my island, and you can't even see it unless I stream it, which I think that's where it stops anyway. But the main reason for me personally not doing it is the whole tie to Nintendo. And, you know, I talked about this in my video today, but like, if I do one Animal Crossing mod video, my relationship with Nintendo in the future, or any possibility of having a relationship, is over. Like, that's just how it is. And honestly, I don't know if it is already over, because I've made videos, or I made a video about me going to a treasure island, and that's technically a modded island. So I don't know if it is over. And Nintendo is very strict to the point where it may have been over a year ago, may have been over 2 years ago, or like some video that I made 3 years ago, you know. So I don't really know how strict they are or anything like that. But like, in terms of you, I think we've talked about it, but like, I don't think you're going to be doing it. But why is that? Is it the same reason, or?
Yeah, I mean, obviously my channel's way smaller, right? So I don't have the reach for something like Nintendo, but in the future, maybe, who knows what happens. I don't think in my spot I want to like close any doors, really, because who knows if my channel goes more in a Nintendo direction, more in something else, who knows. So I think those opportunities will still be out there way down the line at some point. But also I feel like a lot of people, this is kind of one for me, is as much as I feel like we kind of have, you definitely, but we have some influence, you know? And if we start doing, you know, people will go out and buy these Switches, right? People are going to spend their money. They're going to buy another Switch. They're going to buy another game. They're going to do all those kind of things. And I don't know how long it's going to last. I don't know anything like that. So I feel bad for people like wanting to jump on the train and go spend another $300, another $360 or whatever to get a console that's modded, because they're going up, right, in price, because people are buying them. And then they're buying another game. And, you know, that kind of sucks, too, for people to be spending even more money on stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't want to spend money on it, and you know, financially, that's another big thing. I kind of think about that when like I'm doing any kind of review for a game or anything like that too, even because if I'm gonna give my honest opinion on a game and say I wouldn't pick this up if I were you guys, it's this much money, you know what I mean? So I try to kind of keep that in mind as well when I'm doing stuff like that.
Yeah, and yeah, that's a good point too. But this is kind of a unique perspective on things, you know, because we're coming at it from like a creator perspective,
Right.
I mean, you know, there are videos out there that'll teach you everything you need to know about it, but there is definitely risk, like losing your Nintendo Online account, bricking your Switch could just stop working, your game could, you know, be affected and stuff like that. But yeah, you're right, you know, that you do carry like a level of influence over people. I just want to clear something up because I'm seeing it a little bit in chat. We're not hating on modding. We love modding. It's just something that doesn't align with what we want to do in the future. Like modding, I think is dope. I mean,
I also feel like a lot of people are like really wanting there to be beef with like modders and stuff. And yeah. I don't think that's actually a thing that's happening. I don't think people are like, the modders are ruining the game. I don't think that's a thing.
I haven't seen
I think it's cool.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And I think it's sweet. There's a ton of cool items that are coming in. We just talked about that. There's so many cool things that I'd love to have. I'm just not going to do it, really.
The only thing that I've seen is people like, oh, I would never mod. You know, I don't want to risk my console breaking or like something like that, you know? Like,
yeah.
It's not really like, oh, modders are terrible. Something like that. But, because I put out a tweet at the beginning of this month or beginning of August, because we're in September, but beginning of August saying like, I'm challenging any modder to take my island, because at the time, you know, you guys remember when people were like copying islands and getting people's like online taken down or whatever. And I said modders, I meant hackers, and then this whole thing started between me and modders apparently. But like, I don't look at modders in a negative way. It's just like something that I can't do because of what I want to do in the future. So yeah, there's no beef at all. So it's just interesting because, you know, you look at something like The Sims where modding is actually praised by EA, and they have like a whole creator club that makes mods and they make it official. Skyrim has made modding like official into their games. And unfortunately, you know, people have brought this up. Would Nintendo ever introduce something like that? Would Nintendo ever introduce like a modding creator content or creator code or whatever? And the answer is 100% no. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. Just like quality, they would need so much quality control.
Right, because you can put anything you want in there.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So that goes like when there's no limit to what you can put in there, they have to watch for everything. They can't just let you put whatever you want in there, right?
Yeah, there would have to, even for a mod to be approved, it would probably take like months. But yeah, it's just Nintendo has never kind of dove into that space, and I don't ever see them doing that. They have too much pride. Like they're a very traditional company where, you know, let's leave us making the games, we'll put it out, and you know, we'll see you in like 5 years for the sequel kind of thing. But you know, if they did allow people to create modded content, I feel like that'd be cool. I mean, we would get more items, we'd get more updates, but does that devalue what Nintendo does? Like Nintendo puts out a DLC or releases item packs, and then you have modders releasing hundreds, maybe thousands of items. Kind of makes Nintendo look like an idiot, you know? So
yeah. Well, there's a question that we'll get to that kind of covers that. As far as like how much creators that are not working with Nintendo, how fast they can put out new and cool things. Like there's stuff being cranked out every single day, it seems like now. There's this new thing, there's this new thing, there's this new thing. And I mean, they're cranking it out way faster than anything we ever got from Nintendo.
Yeah. Mel asks, what is one mod you would do? So if mods were like a thing and we could like have mods, what's one thing that you would?
Easy. Okay, guys, the items are super cute, right? We got all these cute items. There's stuff on logs. There's different color logs. Let me go to the next Nook Mile Ticket Island without going back to my island.
I don't even think
That's
that
it.
is a mod.
Where are those mods at?
I know. That needs to happen. I heard Star Trees are back. That's amazing. Star
There
Trees
you
are
go,
back.
dude. 2020.
I think the mod that I would use is to move the museum items are really cool. That's a cool one. But I think moving res services. Simple.
Yeah.
It's simple.
That's good too.
Can you put
Change your island name.
Change your island name, dude, with every theme. There's a lot of things. And listen, I think it would be naive to think that Nintendo just blatantly, they're not noticing this. They have to be noticing it to some capacity.
Right.
Because they do police it. They go out of their way to punish people who do that. Maybe they are taking inspiration. They do listen to the community. New Horizons, they added in like paths that you can put down, more custom design codes, placing things outside. They did really, really listen to the community. So the next game, you're probably going to see some of these things. The ability to move a res service, you're probably going to see that. You're probably going to be able to see, customized things. It'd be really odd for
airport color,
things like. I do think that the next Animal Crossing is probably going to be very custom heavy,
Right. After they see what everybody's done with this one, it's got to be.
Yeah, because anything they put out is going to be underwhelming compared. And,
right.
I think we are setting ourselves up for that, though. The modding community is making everything happen, where the next Animal Crossing is going to come out, and they're going to be like, oh, we had that mod 2 years ago. Or 3 years ago. So, we took it a step further, and we reached out to some of our creator friends. I know a few Nintendo ambassadors. I reached out to them. We reached out to a few game developers that we know. And we asked them about modding. And I thought that the responses were pretty interesting. We're not going to go verbatim or, give any quotes. But essentially, the breakdown was, unless the developers of any game openly invite you to mod their game, you shouldn't do it. It goes against terms of service and can get you in trouble. That's basically what it boils down to.
Do you think that if Nintendo sees a lot of this happening, that they're really going to crack down on it? With there being no updates and all those kind of things, do you think they're super in tune with what's going on in Animal Crossing right now?
I don't think they can do anything. I really don't think they can do anything.
Of course, you don't think they could take videos down and stuff like that?
In terms of content, they can, for sure. In terms of videos.
Right.
And I have seen videos go down. I've seen things go down. But there's also a lot of modding tutorials that are still online and everything. In terms of like actually policing people modding, they can't do anything about it because in order to mod, you have to have a certain version of the Nintendo Switch that isn't patched.
Right.
So that's how they're doing it. They're using like an older version of the Switch to do it. That's how they're able to get
That is true. Treasure Islands have been around for a long time now, and they've never done anything about that. And people make tons of money off Treasure Islands too. There've been paid Treasure Islands, all those things. I don't think they haven't done. I haven't seen one Treasure Island get shut down that I've heard of.
I just don't know. Like, it's hard to catch that kind of stuff, though. I think it would be hard to catch that kind of stuff. If just
because Nintendo account.
Nintendo accounts, and at the end of the day, do they want to police that? Do they want to take down Treasure Islands like that? I don't know. I've heard of islands getting taken down, but not in the masses. You could still find one right now if you searched. So,
right.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because sometimes they get into very like, let's take this down, and then other times you see a lot of it, but
right.
And Kato brings up a good point. I'm less worried about them doing something to my Switch and more concerned about my YouTube channel. And that's when you get into, And that's what I fear, because I love a lot of people that create in this community, and I would hate to see a 100K channel, 50K even. Like, dude,
Seriously.
you just, by the way, Buick just hit 5K, but even 5K, like that takes a long time, dude. And
yeah,
I would hate for that to go away just because there's like a trend and people are
right.
A
whole channel would be a lot. I would say like maybe a video getting taken down, but like I said, Treasure Islands have been around forever. People have made huge Twitch channels off of Treasure Islands and stuff like that too. So I just don't see them taking stuff down like that.
And going back to the summary that we gave, it goes against terms of service, and for that reason, it's not recommended. It's not recommended to make content and expect Nintendo to reach out to you in a few years. It's all about terms of service, and honestly, you look at the terms of service, it's not very strict. You just don't, you just have to obey what they put out. It's not like you have to read it 5 times. It's pretty hard to break terms of service, but and I've seen creators, personal creators that I know, lose out on Nintendo partnerships as silly as buying a Switch before launch date or opening a Switch on camera, and Nintendo contacts them and says, "Hey, that's it." And and it goes back to what you say, creators carry a level of influence, and if you're making videos or how-tos on opening Switches and that breaks warranties in terms of service, like Nintendo doesn't want to work with people that are doing that kind of stuff. And it makes sense.
Yeah, Nintendo's always been strict with that kind of stuff though. Like even videos and stuff like that. I feel like there were a long time ago there was issues making content for Nintendo.
It was a lot worse. It was a lot worse. It was a lot worse.
Right.
Yeah. I remember pre-2017, you couldn't even use audio from games, from Nintendo games.
Right,
The music would just get... So, Nintendo, whether or not they'll get to a point where they embrace modders and things like that, this is still new, I feel like, for Nintendo, too. They don't really put out a lot of games that are like... that mods take over. Like, what games are you really going to mod on Animal Crossing? I mean, on Nintendo. Like, Animal Crossing is just becoming such a huge thing. It is getting, like, Minecraft status, where you have so many people, it's bound to happen. So, I mean, and they've been pretty active, shutting down, like, modded 3DSs and modded Wii U's. It's a little bit harder to do that, but, like, they've policed that before, so... It's just, I feel like it's just going to be an endless battle, but I don't ever see them embracing it, like, anytime soon, at least.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to start promoting people modding their stuff at all. Because then you're going to send in your stuff because it's broken and, those kind of things, right? They're at liability for that, right? You break into your Switch to do something. I don't know what you have to do to mod it because I haven't really looked into it that far.
I literally have no idea.
So,
I have no idea.
I know that they don't want you doing that, though. That's for sure. But, I mean, PC games, a lot of times, the devs for stuff like that will, like, promote those things. Like, look at GTA. There's a whole GTA online scene that's all roleplay. That's huge. And GTA promotes those kinds of things. Like, or Rockstar promotes those kinds of things because those are huge money makers. There's tons of huge streamers that do all these big, GTA roleplay servers and things like that.
Yeah.
Some games thrive off mods, and those are cool. And the AC mods are cool too. They just don't want you doing it. That's all.
Yeah, I just think it gets dicey when you're like going into the game files and like altering pre-rendered items and like changing textures and colors, and Nintendo just doesn't like you to get into their space. At the end of the day, it's just they're one of the companies that don't, and like we said before, like Skyrim, Minecraft, Stardew, even like Dinkum has modding already. Right. It's pretty common in a lot of games, and developers sometimes embrace it, but you won't be getting into Nintendo's stuff anytime soon. Or at least they won't, accept of it. But And we were talking to some some developers, and it doesn't. It's not even Nintendo. It's just any game. If they don't like we said, like if they don't openly invite you to mod their game, you probably shouldn't do it. It's probably not going to be received well. You know.
Right.
So
most console games don't want you doing stuff like that.
No.
Most console, PS5, Xbox, those kind of things. And it's not even the console. It's like the people that make those games don't want you messing with the files and the integrity of them like that, you know?
Mm-hmm. Guys, if you have we have a few questions that we're going to answer. So definitely if you have any questions, we will be looking at the chat here. I mean, how do you feel, though, like, for Animal Crossing to be so mainstream again? I feel like it's definitely picking up.
It definitely is picking up regardless if you're, like, modding or not, I think. I think a lot of people are coming back to check. I don't know, maybe they're getting a little bit more of a buzz around Animal Crossing, which is cool. I still feel like it's really, like, busy. I feel like streams are super busy with Animal Crossing, and I'm not even doing modded stuff. So, I mean, it is nice that Animal Crossing is still... people care enough. What's really cool about this is regardless of there's not really sides to be taken on this, so I shouldn't use the word what side you're on, but regardless of if you're into modding, not into modding, whatever, it's cool that people still care enough about this game 2 years removed or whatever from release to be still wanting more out of it, still putting more into it. You know, I think that's cool for the future. I think that shows big promise for the community, at least for the future, in my opinion.
It's huge. I mean, and you know, a lot of people are like, well, if Nintendo only would have given us more Animal Crossing stuff, and there has to be a bigger picture. There has to be a bigger picture. I mean, how long can they work on New Horizons? Like the Switch is already old hardware. I'm actually glad that they're not putting a ton of effort into this because they're obviously making another game. You know, if you had any worries if they're making a new Animal Crossing game, there definitely are. I mean, it sold super well. Pulling from the chat here, Adriel says, Pat, how do you feel about using blood patterns now? Have your thoughts changed? I don't know. I don't know, man. Like we did a whole episode. Well, we did a whole segment on this in an episode, I should say. I do think that there is a line that needs to be... There's some islands that needs to be taken down. Like...
Right.
Especially if you go into, like, obviously the things, you know, racist, like, homophobic things. Like, obviously those need to be taken down.
Yeah.
But like, even that's blood to a point, I mean, you know, just having a younger person walk in on a freaking room with trash bags and blood everywhere. Like, it's just weird. You know, it needs to be controlled a little bit. I do think that there should be... I mean, if your kid's going online anyway, there should be an age to... I don't know. But no, blood patterns... I'm not even going to try to defend that. Blood patterns...
that's tough.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. We do have questions on your side, though, already, right?
Yeah, does the frequency in which modded content is coming out, this is one I was referring to earlier, kind of brushed up against this. Does the frequency in which modded content is coming out by the community, new items, new color customizations, etc., make you feel any differently about Nintendo's decision to stop updating Animal Crossing? For me, it's frustrating because now I see how much content the community can put out. Why couldn't Nintendo give us a few items a month? Mm-hmm. That's also from Kano.
Yeah, I mean... I have personally talked to a few people that mod, and I've seen streams where people are designing like full 3D models from scratch and putting them into Animal Crossing. And I mean, these are like novice level modders. You're talking about Nintendo, who probably has the best of the best in terms of game development and game designers and stuff.
Right.
Easily, they could spend probably a week, a month, few days a month creating items to put in this game. Like, there's no way. But like I said, there is a bigger picture. They can't focus on this game forever. Unfortunately, no matter how big it is, they're looking at the next Mario, the next Zelda. Like, they have bigger things up their sleeve. On September 13th, like we said before. But
or 12th or something.
Yeah. But, you know, could they give us items every single month? Absolutely. They have the game engine. They have items that they can pull from. They have a whole book of textures and colors, and like they definitely can.
Right.
Look how many items were in the 2.0 update. That was insane.
I'm literally still finding things that I've never seen
still finding
before.
new things. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they can manage a few items.
I think so too. I think there could be a lot more for sure. Here's one from Marie. Money. Y'all two should address money vis-a-vis video games, as in modding your device. Ain't nobody around here got $300 to lay on a toy if that breaks the dingus. Mine was used from a pawn shop. Still costs $250. Twice my winter utility bill. It's part of what I did with that government check. I see people throwing money around like it grows on trees in little sacks. Please address how one may video game on a budget.
Okay. Gaming on a budget. Gaming is an expensive hobby. There are ways to save a little bit of money though. First off, if you're buying a Switch, if you're buying another Switch, like a Switch, to do a fully legal island on, you don't need to buy
fully legal.
You don't need to buy a Switch with Joy-Cons on it. You could just buy the tablet part. A lot of people don't realize that, but like if you have multiple, even if you only have one set of Joy-Con, you can buy a Switch tablet on eBay or like secondhand or GameStop even.
Right.
So that's definitely a way to save money. But the biggest thing, and Gambit just said it, buy digital. And I hate saying that because I have a giant physical collection.
Yeah.
But, and there's no need to buy games when they come out. Nintendo games is an exception because they rarely
go on sale.
But like today, Ooblets came out. I'm looking at that game. I'm looking at it, and it has a launch day sale.
Cute.
It's cute. It's weird.
It's weird and cute. Two things you need in the game.
But it's $19.99 right now, and it's normally $30. So that game, you could just see like day one it has a sale. But look at the digital sales. I've gone on the eShop before and got like 4 or 5 games for like $20. That's the way to go. If you truly want a deal, go digital. Look up reviews so you know what you're getting into. Like you put out a great video about my time at Frog Island. That was what it's called, right?
Yeah.
And honestly, I wasn't really into that game. And if I would have seen your review first before just pulling the trigger on it, I probably wouldn't have got it. So
not Pat openly admitting he doesn't watch my videos, guys. Come on.
I watched it day one, but I already bought it.
No, I agree though. I agree. I mean, YouTube is there for a reason, right? I watch reviews. One thing I like to watch is unboxings. You ever watch any unboxing videos?
I like unboxings. Yeah.
I like unboxing videos. When we're gonna make like a decent kind of purchase where I know I'm gonna spend some decent amount of money, I'll watch like Switch unboxing or a laptop unboxing, something like that. I'll watch those for like weeks before I buy something.
I watched an unboxing on the Splatoon Switch that just came out, and I wish I had.
Oh yeah,
because it looks really good. So I wish I had. I was like, I'm not gonna buy it. I'll just put on this unboxing, and it'll be the same. And I was like, damn it.
Yeah, yeah. but yeah, like I look stuff up. Easy way to tell if you're gonna make a bad decision, because we made a video not too long ago together about games we regret buying.
Yep.
You can spend a lot of money really fast and not end up playing the games and regret it really fast if you're not careful. So watch out for sales, digital sales. Nintendo does the eShop sales pretty frequently.
And honestly, don't be afraid to buy games pre-owned, because in the past, a lot of games are disc-based, right? Like Wii U, Wii, GameCube even. You're worried about like scratches in your disc. Switch carts, pretty durable. If you get a pre-owned one, it's going to be as good as a new one. So pre-owned is the way to go. Digital. Switch without the Joy-Con.
Don't look. I know the Switch cartridges are supposed to taste funny. Don't lick a used cartridge. I would say don't do that.
Do not.
Don't do that.
Don't. Anyway, what else you got for us?
Let's see. We kind of touched on this too. Like now that Bethesda is working with modders, like the new Skyrim edition, do you think more companies will be more open to work with modders? I don't think so. I don't think they're gonna do anything like that. I think that's
No.
normal stuff. They're not gonna. I think Skyrim has been around forever. They put out a new one on something else every other day. It seems like. I think they're gonna put Skyrim on your fridge coming up soon. Are you gonna pick that one?
I might. I don't know. The Dark Brotherhood is calling. Anyway, Pear Bear says, "What's the coolest brand gaming collab you've seen that you've liked? Example: Puma and Animal Crossing."
Ooh.
Like a crossover that you liked. I could.
We have the one thing we can't show yet because you haven't gotten yours.
Yeah,
That's
I don't
cool.
know what the heck it is.
I know. I could show that, but I also do have this.
That would have been a perfect segue.
I have these.
Ooh.
These are Mario.
The heck did you get those?
I don't know how well you can see that. They're Mario Pumas. They're pretty sick, dude. I'm totally showing them. You can't even see them.
When did they?
You got that? That's got like
When did they come out with those?
Mario on the tag. Get wrecked, dude.
When did they come out with those?
But yeah, these are sick. I don't remember. I honestly don't even remember when these came out. But these are pretty sick.
Those are dope. I never even seen them. I can think of. Okay, so I have a couple favorites. The Super Mario Uniqlo collection was dope. That was really cool. That came out.
They did an Animal Crossing one too, didn't they?
I think so. It wasn't as good, but I think that was 2018-ish, something like that. And also Nintendo and Vans came out with something that was pretty cool. Like they had like Zelda shoes and like.
How long ago was that?
That was a while ago. That had to be a while ago. Yeah. Pokemon Squishmallows.
Let's not.
You know what though?
Squishmallows,
listen,
please.
Pokemon and McDonald's. Okay, that's a cool one,
dude. Those gold-plated Pokeball things.
Oh, I'm talking even more recent, but that was Burger King, I think. I think that was Burger King. Those little gold.
Was it?
Those little gold cards.
Yeah, those were sick.
Bro, I was young, man, so don't make fun of me, but I thought they were giving out golds. I thought they were giving out.
They literally gave out gold. What are you talking about?
I thought it was pure gold. I thought I was gonna retire.
Build-A-Bear is another one.
Build-A-Bear.
Are we talking just Nintendo collabs?
Anything. Brand and gaming collab.
That is tough.
I always like when they do the Happy Meals, though. That as a kid, it blew my mind. Like seeing, like Burger King did it really well with Pokemon. They did figures. They did things like that. I'm a simple.
Legos are cool.
Yep. The Legos are really cool. They're very involved, though. The Mario Legos. They're very.
When you want to buy a Lego, all Legos are involved. That's the whole point of them.
No, but not even like the building part. There's like electronics happening. You move them. They do things on. They're very involved. Have you seen the NES TV one? You have to like crank it and it like plays a whole thing. It's involved, man.
Are you kidding me?
That's advanced.
Dude, you want it to come like already pre-built and stuff?
No, I'm not saying that.
Just glue it together.
This is a next level. If I was a kid, that would have stayed in bricks. I never would have put that together. Never would have put that together. Those are some advanced things. Don't downplay it. You know what? Get yourself an NES Lego thing, and I'll give you 4 hours. I bet it won't be built.
4 hours? Oh, it won't, dude. I can't pay attention like that. 4 hours?
They're involved.
Have you seen me stream?
Yeah. Unfortunately. No. Luna says AC and Squishmallows should happen. Love you guys. It should. I think it should. They're already animals. What more do you want?
What villager you want as a squish? Eric.
Eric would be cute. Honestly, I want Stitches.
Stitches as a squish?
Stitches would be incredible as a squish. Kidding me?
Stitches should be a Build-A-Bear.
That's true too. Would you want a Vlad one?
Who said that? Who told you to say that?
I said it.
No, I would not want a Vlad one.
Would you
you
hug it every night?
No.
It's a bear.
I would light it on fire.
You gotta put a heart in it.
No. Nope.
Okay.
Absolutely not. Would you want a Truffles one? I'll spray my cologne on it for you. Ship it to you.
I do need some toilet paper, some backup toilet paper. You never know.
I have one last question from the Discord.
Okay. You guys have any questions? Put them in the chat.
This comes from Rachel.
Uh-oh.
It says, how does one make their pizza sexy?
I don't know. How do they do that? How do they do that?
Dude.
I put him in charge of questions, and like this is what we get. So I do apologize. Okay, I do apologize.
They are in charge of questions. We just read them.
How does one make a pizza sexy?
How does make one pizza? Yeah.
How does make one pizza sexy? Just smear the sauce on your face. You know.
All right.
Get into it. You know.
All right. Yeah.
Just smear it everywhere. Any more questions, please? Jenna,
segue.
are you going to play Hogwarts Legacy? I am not. Bewick's going to do a 100% complete walkthrough.
No, I am not. Get out of here. No, I am not. Thank you.
No, I'm not going to play that. And honestly, I'm not going to play. I'm not going to play the. I don't think I'm going to play the Disney game. I don't think I'm going to do it.
That Disney
Dream Valley.
That looks bad. That looks really bad.
I was kind of interested, but the more I see it, the more I'm just like,
it
this
looks
isn't
very bad. Did you ever play that or see gameplay of that one where you can use like all the little PlayStation amiibos? What are those things called?
the Disney Infinity. Disney.
Yes.
Yeah, Disney Infinity.
Disney Infinity? What are those things called? Disney Infinity?
I think they're literally called the Disney Infinity figures.
Okay, yeah, they are. Those things.
Yeah.
It looks like that.
Yeah.
It looks like something like that, and while it's a great concept, I feel like it just misses the mark totally.
I mean, I think it's fair to say that this probably isn't for us anyway. I don't think this is really a game for us. I think this is like baby's first farm sim.
You just upset literally everybody.
I don't care. I don't
Baby's
care. Do I care? Is that,
Baby's first farm sim?
It looks like, I don't know. I feel like a younger kid would play this and enjoy it a lot. I mean, listen, there's going to be Disney fans that play this and are going to enjoy it, but I don't think anyone's going to play this thinking like, oh, I'm playing a hardcore freaking sim right now. You're making spaghetti with Remy. Come on.
I mean, that sounds fun.
It's
cute.
Listen,
It's cool. I'd like to chill with Scar.
There's charming aspects of the game, but realistically, going back to saving money, will be saving some money.
Yeah, I'll be saving money on that.
Is it a full 60? Is it free? Wait, is it free?
I don't know.
If it's free, I
idea.
take back everything I said. I sound like a jerk if it's free.
You sound like a jerk regardless if it's free or not.
Good.
But let me see.
There needs to be a bad guy and a good guy.
All right. I'll be the good guy today. It's $30.
$30. No, I'm not going to buy. Pat, stop. It's half off. That's what they want you to think. No. No. Not going to get it.
Back in my day, games used to be $49.99.
Back in my day, games were $5 because I rented them at Blockbuster.
All right.
If you were a kid, what would you rent right now?
You wouldn't.
No,
You beg and
if
plead
there was
for money.
If Blockbuster was still a thing, like,
Oh,
I wouldn't know what to rent.
kids be renting Fortnite. Easy. It's free, though. Free to play.
The dumbest rental ever.
Physical copies of Fortnite.
Are you sure you want this game? It is free.
Are you sure about that?
I want Fortnite. That's it. I'd probably rent Mario Kart every single week.
Yeah, Mario Kart be a good one.
Can you even rent games anymore? You can. You can on GameFly. I think GameFly is still a thing. I watched a game review that came out like a few weeks ago, and the reviewer said, I recommend renting this one. And I was like, wait, that kind of threw me for a loop. I was like, wait, is this?
You can still rent on GameFly.
You can still rent.
Yeah,
So-
not sponsored.
You know what Nintendo really should do is digital game rentals. Why aren't digital game rentals a thing? I know they do game trials.
Digital game rentals, so like you get it for like a day,
Well, like a weekend.
$1 a day, like Redbox. Like you go to the grocery store, Redbox a movie. Do they still have that?
Something like that. They still do have Redbox. I saw one the other day. Got kind of scared. Kata said, will Nintendo ever try something like Game Pass? They kind of do have Game Pass already with Nintendo Switch Online. You pay a
They're
subscription.
not going to do that. Nintendo does not march to the beat of anybody's drum but their own. I don't think they're trying to do anything like Xbox is doing or any of that stuff.
You pay a subscription, and you can play 30 Nintendo games.
You're not playing Animal Crossing on your computer. You're not playing. That's what Game Pass is.
So you could bring it.
Microsoft Game Pass is like you can play Halo on your computer because it's.
I just thought the idea
kind of
of like having games to play.
No. Game Pass is like Microsoft Game Pass.
Mm-hmm.
So you can download the game. There's a lot of games on Game Pass you download for free, pretty much, if you're paying for the Game Pass.
Mm-hmm. I've always envisioned a something similar to Game Pass, Nintendo Switch Online, and honestly, I don't know why Nintendo Switch Online doesn't have this, but like, open the floodgates. Let us play every single Nintendo game ever.
You know, I saw them talking about this in chat earlier, and let us play GoldenEye. Bring GoldenEye back.
It's not gonna happen, dude.
Dude, just bring it back. I'm asked for one thing. I don't ask for a lot.
It's not even on Xbox.
It's not on anything.
It's not on anything.
I know. This is my point.
Listen, when that happens,
yeah, let's make a deal.
that'll be all you. You can stream it. You can do a reaction video. I want.
What are you gonna give me if they announce GoldenEye at the next Direct?
If they announce GoldenEye at the next Direct, I gotta watch it. Here. I will also buy a pizza costume.
You're gonna have one of those in your PO box in no time.
I will also do that. We'll do the sexy pizza cast.
Okay. We go all through a bunch of pizza quizzes and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, it'll be a whole episode about pizza.
We'll have a pizza cast.
I'll order a pizza and I'll go into a pizza place in the pizza.
Okay.
Why am I adding things?
You have to make a pizza vlog if they do it. In the onesie.
Pizza vlog?
Yeah, chat, do we want that? Pizza vlog from Pat?
Listen.
Let's see all the pizza emotes. If you want a pizza vlog from Pat, he has to go into the shop, say, I'm Pizza Patty.
Don't agree with him. Don't agree with him. Listen, Domino's don't want to see any Pat's pepperonis coming out, okay? Anyway.
All right, end the stream.
Guys, thank you so much for watching. Let us know in the comments after this is posted. Also, go follow us over on Spotify and listen to the audio versions of this. And we will see you very soon. Anyway, please, Pat, how do you end this? Oh my God. Pizza costume Squishmallow hunt vlog. Absolutely not. Can't wait to see that, by the way. Squishmallow vlog. Pat, please end this. Bye, everyone.